Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Hillary. Today I'm going to continue with my fresh new series on the subject Church Under Attack, the countermeasures we need to have. Before we begin on this wonderful topic, let me set the scene straight. The concept of the church is not anything new. Certainly, history tells us that the church has existed for at least 2,000 years. So, from a historical point of view, we are very much aware of the institution of the church and its objective and mission. Well, why am I then coming with this controversial subject, the church under attack? Well, folks, this is so to let you know that the church has always faced all kinds of attacks coming from Satan, the accuser of brethren, says Revelation 12:10. Today, I'm going to show you some of the attacks that the Church of Jesus Christ faced in light of its existence in redemptive history. These attacks stem from a number of issues including social, political, religious, economic, and even spiritual. By way of introduction, Charles Spurgeon says, "Mark then, Christians, Jesus does not suffer so as to exclude your suffering." This is an important foundational statement and quote that reflects the sorrows Christians across all ages have and continue to endure for the sake of bearing his cross. Therefore, the first attack on the top list that the Church of Jesus Christ was subjected to was historical persecution. Look, folks, Jesus died on the cross, right? The disciples who were eyewitnesses to this account therefore had no higher purpose in their lives but to accept martyrdom, if need be, for the sake of imitating Christ's death. What does that tell us about Christ's words in Matthew chapter 10, verse 28? "Whoever does not take up his cross and follow me does not deserve to be my disciple." Therefore, the disciples endured every form of persecution from the Roman government because they knew that, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." The words of Paul. The persecution did not literally begin with the Roman authorities. The Christian religion, which traces its offshoots back to the way, was viewed as a threatening lifestyle in opposition to the Roman gods and goddesses. Moreover, any follower of the way was believed to cause big tension in the imperial system of the Roman Empire. Hence, followers of the way were strongly persecuted on every unimaginable form. They confiscated their properties, have their homes destroyed, hated by brethren, incited against wanting to destroy the capital city of Rome. In fact, followers of the way, Christianity, were blamed for the Great Fire of Rome which took place in 64 AD. That great fire resulted into several portions of the city being destroyed and economically devastated the Roman population. What did the Emperor Nero do in response to this? He mercilessly indiscriminated and crucified every follower of this obscure new Jewish religious sect. The religious persecutions were so intense, folks. Christians were being fed to lions during the gladiator matches. Some had their corpses being lit as human torches. Andrew, Peter's brother, was crucified on an X-shaped cross. Bartholomew, on the other hand, was skinned alive and crucified as well. James, the brother of John, was stabbed with sword or probably beheaded by Herod Agrippa. That is what tradition has. James the Lesser, on the other hand, was thrown from Jerusalem's temple pinnacle. We are talking of a 10-story building, and later stoned and have his head struck with a club. John, the beloved brother of James, was exiled in the Isle of Patmos. Oh, how gracious the Lord was to him that he died a natural death. Jude was beaten with a club and later crucified. Matthew was spear-headed to the ground. Simon Peter was crucified upside down by Nero because he considered himself unworthy of being, crucified the way Christ was did. Philip was tortured to death, whereas Simon the Zealot was sawn in half. Thomas was speared to death, and on and on and on. These are some of the struggles that the early church had to face to reach this far. It was not easy and will never be easy even as we move forward. More than ever before, the attacks against the Church of Jesus Christ is pretty much intense. Well, folks, that summarizes our discussion for this second part of this great series. See you next time for the new mind-blowing message on the church under attack, the countermeasures we need to have. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please smash the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so that you will receive a notification whenever I post a video of this sort. Thank you and have a blessed day ahead.